Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
We back in the building, y'all. Hey, listen, man, God is good, man. God is tremendous because I got another queen next to me, a true educator. Yes, you're jealous. You're mad at me. Yes, you're upset with me, but listen, don't be upset because you're about to receive some good information today. It's all about education, man. Through the pandemic, man, okay? Listen, we still gotta teach these kids, man, okay? We still have to teach these kids. We just gotta find the proper strategies, okay? Because guess what? This pandemic's not going away no time soon, okay? Listen, it's no time soon, all right? But these kids' lives still matter, okay? So we gotta teach these kids. We have Miss Ashton Jones in the building, man. Stand up here, round of applause, man. Round of applause. Drill, Blue Devils, Drill High School, stand up, you haters. You know, I hated drill when I was coming up.
Drill's the best, we all know.
Them dogs on Blue Devils used to beat us all the time, man. You talk trash to me. But I love those Blue Devils because they hired one of my homeboys for their basketball coach.
Okay.
All right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But before we get to this phenomenal queen right here, let's pay two quick bills. All right, two quick bills. Number one, if God woke you up this morning, give him all the praise. Give him all the praise because he is worthy. He is the guy. Okay, he will get us through whatever you're going through. I promise you. Listen, man, it does not matter what you're going through right now. He already knows the end.
That's right.
Okay, so just stay faithful and stay prayed up and stay strong. All right. Number two, man, you hear the music in the background. You hear the music in the background. That's because you know where you're at. We're at the Groove Smoothie and Juice Bar, located on 7510 Ghana Ferry Road. Now we don't have a smoothie right now, but we're gonna get one. All right. So and while we're getting ours, you come up here to get yours. Okay? Now, back to this phenomenal queen right here. Miss Jones, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, because my mother meant so much to me, what does your shirt say?
It says, my mom was everything and then some. Deborah Lynn Armstrong was a great woman. She made me, she inspired me, and I will live and praise her and make her proud for the rest of my life. Forever.
Man, Gussie Tucker, man, salute to you. Also, all right, we all know those who have lost mothers know that pain, but those who lost mothers know that we have to keep fighting because your mama's watching.
That's right.
With that belt on her hand.
That's right.
Boy, if you ain't down there, get yourself together, boy. So
actually, I'm even more afraid now.
What?
Because I know that she's always watching. I used to be able to get away with stuff, but now I can't.
Because, see, back in the day, we used to know mom in the room watching Madlock. Okay? So we can go outside and do something stupid. Okay? But now, man, she all over the place. Okay? And she's standing by her father.
That's right.
Okay?
That's
so
right.
they're both watching us.
That's right.
All right? So let's make sure that we are doing, listen, man, do your due diligence, man. Take care. Listen, man, learn, okay? Listen, learn from your mistakes, okay? But make sure that you make your ancestors proud because they are watching because you are the next legacy, all right? You the next legacy. Bam! Now,
that's right.
Miss, listen here, man. Drill Blue Devils, man, you got you one special one right here.
Class of 05.
Okay, 05, because she is the assistant principal at Carver-Lyon Elementary, man. Edgewood, man, community stand up, man. We're in the building, man. One of the best schools in the world. I said it. I said it. Okay?
And I agree.
There you go. I said it, man. Here first. Now, let's talk about this right here. Now, first of all, how long have you been in the education field?
This coming school year will be year 11. Year 11, yes. I started actually in college. I taught at Virginia College. I was an adjunct instructor. I taught anatomy and physiology. I was like,
you smart.
I got my undergrad is in biology. You know, I got a little bit going on. And then I went to Columbia High.
Them Capitals,
man. All caps. I love Columbia High too. I have some amazing babies from there that are doing great things.
Broad River stand up.
Yes. Then I did 2 years in District 2, and then I came back home to District 1 as an administrator.
Came back home.
Yes.
Came
Yes,
back home.
yes.
So you know, you have been teaching for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You have blessed so many kids'
Yes.
lives, and those kids have blessed your life also.
Oh yes.
How has, let's say, the kids changed as far as, let's say, you know, because we all follow generations.
Right, right.
And when you first got into teaching, how has things changed from now to then?
I wish I could say something positive. But it's hard to, because what I see, the number one thing, and this is one of my platforms that I am really passionate about, is trauma.
Wow.
The trauma is not getting any better.
It's not.
And we know that because we're not taking care of the adults.
Wow.
So the adults aren't dealing with their trauma, and it's imposing on the kids.
Wow.
And so you can't have a child in the classroom being successful when they were dealing with trauma the night before,
Right.
when they saw their mom getting beat, or like we were talking about, when they didn't have food. So that really impacts their education.
Wow.
So relationship building is so important, and through all the 11 years with my worst students and my best, it makes a difference to have that relationship.
Wow.
But as far as resources, that has improved. The access to resources, the community support, that has gotten better.
Right.
But that trauma, we really need to do something about that.
That trauma. Let me ask you this right here. Like, you know, when I was coming up, we had so many friends, man. So many friends of mine who didn't have male role models, or, you know, there were a huge lack of male teachers. How is that today?
Just as bad.
Wow.
Just as bad. That's rare. And it's rare that we even get them to interview for a position, especially black males.
Wow.
That is very rare to have, and we would love to have more. Actually, we just hired one this school year, and we're so excited because our young boys need to see that.
Right.
So, yeah, we wish we had more. Get into education, guys.
Yes, get
Come
into
on.
education, guys. Get into education, please. We need more men.
Yes.
We need more positive black men. Period. We need more men. Period.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't matter you red, blue, green. Doesn't matter. Listen, because young men can learn from men. Okay. Now, the thing is this right here. We all listen. Women are everything.
That's right.
Women are the best. Just they are the God sent from heaven to us. However, women can't teach men how to be men. Okay, and some young men do not have that male or that male role model to go home to. You see what I'm saying? So when they go to school, it's nice to have that man that's there, that's teaching them. You know what I'm saying? One, but also giving them the game of life.
Yes.
Okay, because that's so important. Because listen, the first thing a person realizes when you walk in the room, right, is your gender. Okay, and then the second thing will be your color. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to teach these young men and these young women how to govern themselves when they go out into the world.
And can I add to that?
Yeah.
And even on a deeper note now, I'm seeing a lot of the lack of mothers.
Wow. Mothers?
Yes, the lack of mothers. We have so many of our students that don't have moms either. So it's not just the lack of fathers like how it used to be back in our days.
Right.
It's a lack of mothers as well. And again, I think it goes back to that trauma. They don't know how to handle motherhood, life, and that. So it's a lot of grandparents raising kids.
So let me, right. That's true. Aunts.
Yes.
And, you know, gatherings and you know, boys' homes or whatever.
Oh, and shout out to the dads. My dad was a single parent for 12 years. He raised me by himself.
Hey,
and so,
pops,
yes,
man.
so all my degrees are dedicated to him because he made me work hard. Education was very important. So Charles Parker, thank you.
Charles Parker, man.
Yes.
You are highlighted today,
Yes.
sir. Thank you so much for you, man, because your daughter is killing it out here, man. She's killing it, man. And she's at the best school in the world. I said it.
Yes.
Carver-Lyon, stand up, man. You better stand on your feet. All right? Now, so what I realize sometimes is that it's so unfortunate, just in my opinion, that's my humble opinion, that teachers don't get paid what they should get paid. However, you guys consistently, you know, day in and day out, you go in there and you do the work.
That's right.
How do you handle, you know, because most times you're playing teacher and you're playing mother.
doctor, therapist,
counselor, right? So how do you handle your mental health?
God. A lot of praying. If you came into my office and even in my classroom, before I became an administrator, you would see a Bible. You would see my daily scripture. And first of all, because I give him all the glory for doing this.
Yes, sir.
And then I had to learn, because it was hard at first to disconnect, because with the students I would take their problems home with me and I would want to fix them.
Right.
But I would learn to disconnect. But that's why it's so important to have that community involvement and to have the tools and the resources to reach out to get that help, because we can't do it all ourselves.
TuckProject.
That's right. That's right.
Shameless plug. I'm sorry.
So that's important. That's important.
But like, how does it feel sometimes when you realize that you can't save all of them?
So social media. So when I taught my high school babies, I told them I would not add them until they graduated from high school.
Right.
So now that they all have graduated, I get to see the progression of their lives, and some of them I'm like, wow. Lord Jesus.
Dot City.
Yes, and then others I'm so proud. Like the class of 2012 that I started with ended as class of 2016, and they graduated this year. I'm so proud of them, and it's good to see the impact. It was actually one student, my first year of teaching. I couldn't stand her, and she couldn't stand me. I was young. I was 25, and we just were, yes, Lord, and she was sleeping in my class, and I said, this is going to be either me or you.
Right.
But I ended up loving her. I took the time to say, what's going on? What's going on? So she messaged me last week, and she said, do you remember when you took me out to eat my senior year for my birthday? She said, can I return the favor to you now? Yeah, so even getting those makes a difference. I can't get them all, but getting those makes a difference.
Paying homage.
Yes.
Paying homage, man. Just never forget those who, let's say, made a positive impact in your life. Never forget them. I promise you, never forget them, because we all have those people, okay? So just like she did, man, reach back out and say, hey, listen, man, thank you so much for just being you. Because you never know when you walking down the hall and you just speak to a kid, you never know what that would do to that kid's day, man.
That's right.
Because you never know what that kid may have went through that morning, that night. You see what I'm saying, man? Just showing love, showing care. Now, yes, you will get disrespectful sometimes.
Oh, yes.
Some kids don't care nothing about you.
You really have to pray.
But like my dad says, you got to be the adult.
That's right.
You have to be the adult, okay, and not let it get up under your skin. Don't take it personal, because you never know what these kids, what they're going through, man. We didn't have social media going on. You see what I'm saying? So we didn't have to deal with the doggone, what is it? Cyberbullying.
Exactly, and it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, man.
I mean, even in the elementary school level, it's bad.
Right. And, if you don't have the let's say latest J's or the latest shirt, latest hairstyle, because your parents just don't have the money, now you feel like you're not fitting in, you know what I mean? So these kids, they're trying to fit in, plus learn at the same time, and that's difficult, okay? And that's why you have people like this who have, let's say, the ability to still, listen, man, you gotta know how to connect with these kids on their level. Okay, meet them at their level. You can't come in there. We had a conversation about, you got these 90-year-old men that's coming in these classrooms, that's trying to talk to these young men, and they looking like, hey, get granddaddy out of here, man. We ain't trying to hear what you saying, dude. Okay?
Yes.
Go take a nap.
Yes.
But we need more young, positive men. They come into the classrooms, right? Come into the school, man. Volunteer. You need, listen, man. Connect with people like her. I'm telling you, man, because listen, each one can teach one, but we got to grow together. So.
And can I add to that?
Go ahead. Yeah, please.
And not just on the student level, because as an administrator, I deal with a lot of parents, and their bad experiences with school has an impact on their child. So if they didn't like elementary school, then usually they talk mess about it, and then their kids have it in their mind. And they still feel that way when they come into the school. They're on defense mode. And I'm a parent too. I have 3 beautiful girls, so I get it. but we're here for you. We're not here against you. We want the same thing. And like I tell every parent, every child that comes into my school, I love them like they're mine.
So let's talk about something.
Okay.
Let's talk about parents' involvement or the lack thereof. Yeah. So let's talk about when you have a PTA meeting. Hold up. First of all, do they still call it PTA meetings?
Well, we call it PTO now.
Okay, PTO meetings. And you see those lack of parents who show up. Yet those parents have so much to say when those bad grades come out.
Oh yes.
Speak on that for me.
And I think that's another thing that has dwindled with time. When I taught high school, I never saw parents. I couldn't even get in contact with them most of the time. But you're seeing a lot of that at the elementary level as well. So unless there's something attached to it, we rarely see them. So if we're not feeding parents, if we're not giving out gift cards or something like that, then we don't see them. But let that child make an F. And we've called them though like 20 times to have a meeting. Then they want to get nuck if you buck. So being there for your child is so important in the process of things. Being a part of your school's community is very important in the process of things. We love seeing parents. At my school, we love seeing parents.
Especially dads.
Yes. We love come on field trips, be involved. We love that. We love even in the classroom. Come help out. We can't right now because of the pandemic, but before come and help out. But it's scarce. It's scarce.
But you know, and that's one of my main issues because my mom was always at school. My mom used to come sit in the class.
My dad did too.
Yeah, brother. You know what I'm saying? You show out if you want today. All right. Listen, we have so many parents, right? On a Friday night, right? A Tuesday night, it's a basketball game, a football game. The stands are packed. Full of parents cheering for little Johnny, right?
Go little Johnny.
we here to support you, Johnny. But then Johnny got all F's, 3 D's, and now one person coming up to the school. Go Johnny. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what Johnny do that Friday night if his grades are horrible.
Right.
Okay? It does not matter. Parents, we need you in the classroom, at the school, coming to see about your child. Step up, man. If you can go see Beyonce, you can go do all these fun things, man. You on social media all day posting. You can take 10 to 15 minutes to come up there to check on your child.
Yes, and even on a further note with that, you know, just thinking about my child is making F's, why?
Right.
Why are they making F's? The problem might be deeper than that. Do they need some kind of support, some kind of special services? But that's still in 2020, that's still like a black stigma that my child doesn't need resource classes or special education or medication because we don't do that. We don't do that in my family. And then we have the child that can't get the high school diploma because we weren't proactive in the beginning and using the resources that we had.
So let me ask you this: being a mom, you come from a phenomenal mom.
Yes, I do.
Being a mom and being an educator.
Yes.
How do you cut it off? Like you know what I'm saying? Because you have, you know what, you have 3 beautiful girls. How do you cut motherhood off from teacher? You know, is that possible?
I don't think it's possible. But it's crazy because we talked about the parents that come in and act a fool. I'm one of those parents so that I fuss about it. So I'm trying to do better at that. I have 3 awesome kids that I don't have to do that with, but I'm very particular about them. But you can't cut it off. My kids, they were raised, brought up in schools, and that's how they'll be until I retire. I taught summer school. We had summer school this summer, virtually. The Summer Learning Academy. Shout out to Dr. Hagwood and Dr. Collier, who did a great job with teaching and learning with that. And while they were reading their books, I was watching teachers, helping observe, support, and doing all that. So you can't cut it off. When you're educator's kid, no, you can't. But they know they better make good grades.
They better. Now, this pandemic, how has it affected you?
Personally or professionally?
Both.
Personally, it was good. because I had just lost my mom, and I needed that time. And then I just lost my brother on June 26th.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So for my mental health, it was good. It was good to be with my kids because as an assistant principal, I don't have a 9 to 5. I have
9 to 9.
Yeah, because you know some parents, they don't pick up their kids until like 4 hours after school is over.
Exactly.
So I'm always on the go. So it was nice to stop, spend time with my family. So that was a good thing. Professionally, the same thing. I was able to read up on new things, what's going on. I'm an avid reader, so I had that time to do that and read things that I enjoy doing.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Listen. So let me ask you this right here, because this is important. So, you know about my mentor nonprofit. You know, so listen. What was that? March and May and all that stuff. So many of my young men were calling saying, man, I don't know how to do this online stuff.
Yeah.
Parents were like, man, I don't know what they're doing. This hard. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how to, because some parents or some grandparents, they're not tech savvy.
Right.
And my young man were just super frustrated.
Yeah.
Right? And then you had teachers frustrated.
Yeah.
Because,
I was frustrated.
Like, they were frustrated because you're not doing the work.
Yeah.
This, that, and third. How did you govern that?
A lot of research. Again, I have an awesome principal, Dr. Monica Adams. She orders books all the time for us to read up on educational literature.
Right.
So in District 1, we use Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
Now, that's a whole different beast in itself. So when it came to the summer school thing, like you were talking about, parents, they've never used it. The kids have never used it because we didn't use that platform when we were in school. So it just took a lot of patience. Not even my students that I had in the summer school program, parents were reaching out and just being helpful. And that's just part of being an educator.
That's good.
You have to take that time. And it is a learning process. So
it is a learning process.
Again, reach back out to your school. That's what they're there for. We always have tech support, so it's a process, and it's not going anywhere. So you might as well get learning.
There you go. You might as well do what you got to do, man. Do your due diligence, man. Learn what you need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Connect with, with the right people right now. Don't wait until Johnny starts failing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get on the ball right now. Listen, there's nothing wrong with asking questions.
Right.
Okay. Nobody knows it all because nobody expected this.
That's right.
So we're all learning. Okay, but we can learn together and we can grow together. But just don't feel bad because you don't know. Ask the question now because your child's future is solely depending on your, let's say, your ability to communicate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? With your teachers. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Call those teachers, man. Send those emails out. You listen, man. Stop sending those little pictures and stuff like that. Send some emails to your teachers. Start talking to your teachers. Learn who your kids' teachers are right now.
Yes.
Go
and look at the resources that we have. We're very, very resource rich. So I don't have internet. When we did summer school, every student who needed it, we provided a hotspot to. But if you don't ask, you don't know.
You don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, have not because you ask not.
That's right.
So we received some phenomenal news yesterday. We have possibly the first black vice president woman to be elected, possibly.
Yes.
Right. It's been a phenomenal black, mother, and a woman, and a super educator. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great. I do what I do, and I keep on persevering for my daughters, so they can. I start my doctorate on the 31st. Y'all pray for me. But I keep going because I need them to see that they can do anything they want to do. So having that, if that's possible, if we do have a black woman as vice president, that would be even better. And I also shared with you, my students that I currently have, they live in the same neighborhood that I grew up in, Valley Park. Shout out to Valley Park.
Valley Park, King Street.
And there, just being honest, on Green Street, there was nothing but drugs, violence, people selling bootleg refrigerators walking down the street.
Yeah.
So I didn't see this. And so for my students to see this and know that I'm like, I go visit them all the time. I go on Green Street and check on my kids and visit them so they can see that. They're like, oh my gosh, Miss Jones, you're from the same place. Yes, you could do it. You can do it.
You can do it. Anything is possible.
That's right.
Anything is possible. But these kids don't know what they can be if they don't see it.
Yep. They have to be exposed to it.
They have to be exposed to it. You got to expose them to greatness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what matters, man. Let's help these young kids out because listen, man, without them, we don't have a future.
That's right.
We're gonna be old looking around like, man, you out here struggling now.
Somebody gotta take care of us.
Somebody gotta take care of us, man. Okay.
Yes.
We need some help.
And they need to be educated enough to do that. And that doesn't always mean college either.
It doesn't always mean college. It doesn't always mean
No.
college, man. That's not the end all be all. Okay?
No.
But you can be successful at whatever you want to be, but as long as it's positive.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But as long as there's purpose in it.
That's right.
It has to be purposeful. It has to be purposeful.
That's right.
Okay. So we really appreciate you coming by the show,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
She came through with some listen, she dropped some jewels today, man. Man, you better have had your notebook out, man, and pen and pad because listen, okay? And this will not be her last time here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we need educators to come on the show because listen, without you, there's no community. Okay? There's no community, man. We'll have a whole bunch of dumb kids, man, walking around. Okay, so that's why.
And I think parents appreciate us a lot more now that they've had their kids for the past few
I
months.
was having
So you know the parents are like, oh look, not my little Johnny, he's not bad.
Johnny off the chain.
Now they see. Now they
The
see.
doggone devil himself. Johnny at home. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Get to school. Okay, I'm telling you, man. Listen, kid, because I was that kid. You know what I mean? But I would be phenomenal at home because my dad was 6'5", 280 with a strong hand.
So you had no choice.
So I was. But as soon as I got to school, oh, it's on now. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, but it takes teachers like this who don't mind say, boy, you better tighten up.
That's right.
And that's what it takes. All right. Sometimes you got to give that motherly love to these kids.
And not just the ones that misbehave. And we could talk about this on the next one.
Oh yeah.
But oftentimes the attention goes to the kids that misbehave and not the ones who behave.
Yeah.
So the assumption is, and I was one of those kids, never did anything wrong, but nobody
That's
knew in
what
my
she
household.
say, y'all.
I'm
That's
serious.
what she
Made straight
say.
A's, but nobody knew that the trauma that I was dealing with at home.
At home.
Because the assumption was I came to school, my dad had me dressed nice, I made good grades, so nobody asked any questions.
That's true. That's
so you need to ask questions about everybody. Every
Ask
child that
questions.
walks down that hallway,
Yes.
you need to say hey and ask how they're doing.
Ask questions. Hey, you know what, man? Thank you for that right there.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's so key. Ask questions, man. Talk to these kids, man. Talk to these kids.
Because they talk.
That child who may not be saying nothing in class, man, who let's say maybe sleeping in class, there may be something going on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, lift that rock up. I mean, listen, you know what I'm saying? Look up under that rock. See what's going on. See what's really, listen, you have to dig deep because kids have layers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And some of them are taught to kind of hide things from you. Okay? But they're kids. You see what I'm saying? So listen, we have so many kids right now who need you.
Yes.
Need you, okay? They need you, all right? So listen, get out there from the doggone janitors to the doggone bus drivers, right? The doggone kitchen staff. We need you, okay? Listen, man, speak to these kids. You see them, speak. Say, hey, young man, right? Or you can say, hey, queen, okay? Speak to them, show love because these kids need it because I'm telling you something now that I know for a fact. Whenever these kids leave these schools, there's no guarantee that they're going home to something good.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So let's give them all the love we can right now, especially through this pandemic, man. Especially through this pandemic.
Yes.
All right? Listen, we want to thank this phenomenal queen for stopping by and blessing us, but we can't let her go without asking her the magic question. Yeah.
What's the magic question?
We gotta ask her the magic question. Y'all know, man. Y'all know what it is. The vibes, man. We have a magic question on here.
Okay.
And depending on your response to this question, will depend on, let's say, it will hinder me and your friendship going forward.
Oh, so it's like that.
It's like that. We petty around here. We petty at the vibe.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Now, you eat chicken wings.
I do.
You eat chicken wings.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When it comes to chicken wings, Drill Blue Devil, do you prefer the flats or the drums?
The drums.
Oh, really? I told y'all, she's a phenomenal woman.
Yes.
She's phenomenal.
Yes. The flats, you gotta work too hard.
Come on, somebody. Probably somebody smarter than me saying it to y'all. Okay? The flats, you gotta work too hard. You flat lovers, you're a weirdo.
Yes.
There's something wrong with you. We're gonna have you drug tested later. I swear to God, man, there's something wrong with you who want all flat.
Yes.
The drum is the drum. That's the core of the chicken. The core.
Yes.
That's what you need in your life. Drum. Just make it all work.
Yeah. And keep it moving. On to the next one.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for coming on the vibes, man. Listen. We will make sure that we keep Carver-Lyon, deep in our prayers.
Thank you.
We're gonna stop by Carver-Lyon whenever we can.
Yes.
Okay. And we because we have to get out there, young men, mentors, friends and family. Let's go to these schools, just not Carver-Lyon, but all these schools around America. Right. Get out there, man, and be involved.
That's right.
Please be involved, man. Support, right? Listen, you take one young man or one young woman, man, and you mentor that person. You never know what they may become by you mentoring them. Get out there and help your principals. Okay? Listen, help your assistant principals, help your counselors, whatever. Get out there and let's get out there and say, how can we help y'all? Okay, because that's what we got to do. We're the community. All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me
on the show, and y'all will be seeing her again with more information about education.
With the chicken wings?
With the chicken wings.
Yes.
Okay, with the chicken wings. Now, real quick, how can they follow you on social media?
You can follow me. I'm Ashton Jones. I think just Ashton Jones on Facebook. This is _educator on Instagram. And that's about it.
That's about it. All right. So listen, we're gonna be watching out for Carver-Lyon, man, coming up, because they're gonna get best school of the year.
Lion
Already see it, man. Salute to y'all, man. All right, God bless y'all, man. Take care.
Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. You say you won't shine, come get your shine on. You say you want vibes, come get your vibe on. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. Hey, you say you won't shine, we'll get your shine on. You say you want vibes, we'll get your vibe on. But there's no better time to get your grind.